That. All right. Only broke women need child support. I said what I said. All right. Test this audio. Let's test this audio.
All right.
All right. We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. All right. Now let me call my dad. Never know what he gonna say. Hit the like on your way in. I already see some women are gonna be upset about this, but I really don't care. The truth trumps your feelings. All right. Only broke women need child support. I should have kept him on the line. He said he was he said he was refilling his truck. I should have kept him on the line. But I'll call him back when he's in the truck. His 18 wheeler. All right. Our topic for today, my topic for today is only broke women need child support. I don't care who's in their feelings about this. If you do not have money, you do not have any business having a baby. What up, Charlize? How you doing? Now, I don't know if you were in the other live when the audio was jacked up, but we're back. And I had to delete that video because we didn't have any audio. And now we have audio, and we will start with the topic at hand. All right. Let's start with facts. All right. Let's start with facts. Because a lot of women get facts and opinions misconstrued. I am blessed and highly flavored because I taste good. Pay attention. Because it's about to go down. Got to get this music off of here because, people love playing music in their videos. Like, let it free. How child support hustle traps black men. All right. I'm going to say men in general because I'm currently working on a documentary and I have all of the men coming together, right? All of the men are coming together, right? And I'm going to be filming them. It's a whole documentary on how this whole child support thing is ruining men in general, not just black men. So I really don't know if I even want to watch this video because it's two women up here, and I really don't know if they're just, using clickbait to down talk men. I don't know. Let's go with this one. Top 10 reasons why a man should not have to pay child support. Let's go with this one. Get the like in or dislike, whatever you choose.
What's going on, everyone? It's your boy, Tommy Sotomayor. And I have not really done anything in this kitchen. So I want to see if I can do something while I was cleaning, cooking something. And I'm trying to clean this counter, too much space. Came here either mad or waiting to see if you're going to get mad or waiting to cheer. Either way, you might get disappointed no matter which one you're on. If I got food on my face, excuse me. I already got food on my clothes. And it's why you, woman, should not receive child support. Now, I know everybody believes child support should come with a kid. And I think that's kind of a mistake that we have this type of mentality. But since we do have this type of mentality, I get a chance to just voice my opinion. Who knows? Maybe one day I will be able to change some law. But until then, I got YouTube.
Y'all know what I don't understand? The simple fact that I'm sitting right here by the Wi-Fi router and I have one bar. And then I was going to use an Ethernet cord to connect directly into my laptop, but I don't have an Ethernet port.
I got my website. I got this video. So here we go. Let's start with number 10. Number 10, if you waited till after the birth of the kid, tell the man that it is his kid. Now, this one is the reason I say this is simple. Because the man should have the same right that the woman has to be able to decide if he wants to be a father.
Now, here's where I disagree, because to me, you decided you wanted to be a father when you stuck your wee-wee in her vajiji. Do you understand? People, oh, no. When you did this, you decided you want to be a father. Miss me with that. I wasn't ready, bull crap. You was ready and you was smashing her spaghetti. But that's just me.
In the United States, that men and women are equal. Women have been fighting for equality. We want the same rights as men want. But apparently they only want the same pay for certain work, and then they don't want to do other work. Because if they really wanted to be treated equally to men, then one of the main places they want to be treated equal to men is in life-bearing situation, bringing forth life. And there are a lot of women who wait till after they've had a baby. And there are a lot of women who wait till after.
That's not cool. And I'm going to tell you why. Because then you'll start racking up child support and back child support. And that's not fair for the man. A lot of women do that. They won't tell the guy. I don't know if it's purposely or they don't know who their child's father is. You pulling out. Yes, pulling out in time is essential. Now, they say that the pull-out method is not always effective. Because, some women can get pregnant with the pre-ejaculation as well. Some of y'all are real potent. You Mexican men, you construction workers, real potent. Let me try to call my daddy back. Let me see. It don't take that long to fill up an 18-wheeler. Or does it? Dad. Yes. We are live on my show. Let me ask you a quick question, though. Okay. Is the pull-out method effective?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Is it effective, Dad? Because that's what we were talking about while we were waiting on you.
No!
It's not.
That's why I'm here.
Oh!
My mother told me that.
Oh. Grammy told you. Wait, hold on. Grammy told you that you're here because the pull-out method failed?
Yes. She said she was practicing birth control.
Well, all right. Huh. That's something that I could have went my whole life without knowing. But it was a young man in the chat saying, yes, pulling out in time is essential, and praying since pulling out in time is
I've been here 61 years. I'm gonna tell you right now, it don't work.
It don't work.
You might get lucky a couple times, but you're gonna get in there one day and go, oh, I'm not coming out.
Ooh. Now, oh my God, Dad, chill. Okay, so today we're talking about what is the name of my thing again? Something about only broke women need child support. Would you agree or disagree?
No, I have to disagree.
Why do you disagree, Dad?
Have you heard the term gold diggers?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard the term that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just be real, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She don't need the money, but she's gonna punish the guy she was with, and now she's no longer with, and now he's happy. Uh-huh. So she just goes, you know what? I really don't need this money, but I'm gonna show this.
Mm-hmm.
So just for the hell of it, I'm gonna take his money. She don't need it. She got money. She got a 401k. She got a new car.
Dad, most black whores do not have 401ks.
Well,
What did Tommy Sotomayor say that the average net worth of a black woman is, Dad?
$400 is it or $200?
$5.
Oh yeah. Tiff, I hate to do this to you. I really do.
Oh, you got it. Oh, okay. No. That's fine. We'll finish listening to this video.
Okay.
All right. About how many minutes till I call you back?
Did you watch about 20 minutes? Did you watch any videos I sent you?
No.
Because if I send you a video, I go out of my way.
Oh my God.
To make sure you are informed.
Okay, Dad.
Now that's not. We're gonna have to talk. That ain't right.
Okay, Dad. I'm gonna watch him as soon as I'm gonna call you back in 20 minutes because I gotta.
You think I got a question? You think I just send your ass random video?
No, Dad.
Okay.
Because I got some shocking news for you, and I will call you back in 20 minutes.
Okay. That'll be enough time to finish fueling up my tanks and stuff. Get back in the truck.
Okay. All right.
All right.
You welcome. All right. Bye. Now. All right. We're gonna call him back at 1:30. The best support a child can have is two parents who got married and made them after they planned for them. Ooh, put that on a shirt. So let's finish listening to this video, but I learned some information that I just did not need to know. My dad was conceived through a failed pullout method. Really didn't want to know that.
After years after they've had a baby. And then they decide to go and tell this man, you know what? I'm pregnant and you got a baby and you should take care of it. And as a matter of fact, our society is so screwed up that as soon as that woman says you got a baby and it's yours, they immediately look at him as a deadbeat, even if he didn't know the baby exists. And
that's terrible. Because he didn't even know that child existed. He's labeled as a deadbeat and he already has back child support.
What would make her just hide the existence of the kid? Why is it that no one looks at her as a deadbeat? She deprived that kid of a father. She deprived the kid, all because whatever reason she didn't want to tell him. But we never question that. We say, whenever she decides she wants you to be a father, you should be a father. Well, in this situation, we'd like to make that null and void. If you don't have enough decency to tell a man as soon as you get pregnant that you are pregnant and that it is his, and allow him the opportunity to digest that as much as he can.
Go to my community post where I just showed where this woman said, I'm always going to have more rights than you because I'm the mother. What? Last time I checked, it took two people to conceive that baby, a male and a female. So why do you automatically have more rights? I believe women feel like because they carry the baby for 9 months and they have a bigger role, we really do, that it's more of your child, and that's not true.
You don't deserve to get child support. I've seen situations where women waited for a man to go on about his life because they thought the woman wasn't interested in nothing. 5 years later, he's married with a 3-year-old. The woman comes up and says, you're 5 years behind on child support. Now he gets put in jail because he didn't even know a child existed.
That's not fair. Or you'll have the ones who took money for abortions, and then you come to find out they never had an abortion. And now you got a kid running around that you don't even know about. And then say you become successful, now they want you to be a father. And you owe 8 years worth of back child support, plus you have to pay current child support at the same time. Unacceptable.
But the child he was there for that was 3 years old, no one worries about the fact that that child lost its father to go to jail for a child he never met.
Look. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, Tommy. Now that man has to go to jail for a child that he didn't know about, and then the current child that he has to lose the father. But I thought it was all about the kids. It's not about the kids. The child support system is about the attorney general in the city extorting money from men. Y'all see my strawberries? I made a little ghetto smoothie looking thing in my Gatorade. I don't know if y'all can see it, but the ADD is real.
And that wife lost her husband. Think about it. Number 9. Number 9 is he didn't want to have it. Now, women, again, back to number 10.
I'm not going to go with that. He didn't want to have a baby. If he didn't want to have a baby, then he should have put a condom on. He shouldn't have been sleeping with you raw. But I know a lot of women who will say they're on the pill. Don't fall for that unless you see the pill container. And even then, it could be a placebo because a lot of these hoes are hoes. Or they could say they're taking it, but they're really not. You see what I'm saying? Nah.
Women have the ability to decide that they don't want to have a kid.
And men have the ability to decide that they don't want to have a kid. What up, Tazzy? If you want to get on here, that's cool. Let me drop the link. Men have the ability to decide they don't want to have a kid either. Just don't have sex and be slack with your seed. Miss me with that bull crap. Telling me, oh man, the pill don't work for me. I would never take the pill. And I'm gonna tell you why. I just rather not have sex with random folks without protection. I'm not gonna take the pill because it causes high blood pressure and blood clots. I'm not taking the pill. Hold on, y'all.
We're going to say that this law exists, and the law does exist, and we're going to say that this is right for her to be able to kill a kid if she wants to, give it up for adoption if she wants to. She has about 6 months to kill a kid if she'd like. If she doesn't want to do that, she can give it up for adoption. If she doesn't want to do that, she can make it a ward of state. But she has so many options, and the man doesn't. So if he says to you, when you tell him, now we want to make sure we put this...
The men have the ultimate option. Stop being lazy and slacking with your seed. Stop leaving your seeds in these whores. That's your option. You have the option to stop. You have the option to prevent. Do you not understand? You have the option to not create a kid in the first place. So miss me with that bull crap. Now, once you leave your seed in these trifling women, then it becomes our choice. But I don't believe in abortion, but that's just me.
On this is outside of marriage, or outside of in a marriage where you stated you didn't want any kids in that marriage, and this happened. If he states he does not want this kid and there is no marriage in place, he should be able to walk away free and clear, just like a...
It doesn't matter if there's a marriage in place or not. You created a life. You created a life. Stop with that bull crap. Oh, well, there's not a marriage, so I should be able to walk away from taking care of my kid. No, sir. Again, you put your penis, right, in that woman, and you created a baby. Why should you just be able to walk away free and clear? If you don't want to take care of that kid, don't have sex with that woman. Well, I did use protection. The condom broke. That's the risk you take. Didn't Charlize was just saying that? I'm not going to agree that because you're not married and you don't have a contract. Shout out to the young lady calling me a pick-me. Are you still calling me a pick-me now? I'm holding men accountable for sticking their penis in vaginas. Am I still a pick-me?
Can kill a kid and walk away free and clear. Because let me tell you the difference between walking away free and clear from a kid and killing it. If Barack Obama's mother had taken the I want to kill my baby's way out, you wouldn't have a Barack Obama now, would you? Michelle Obama would not have a husband, and the little kids would not have a father, and they wouldn't exist if the mother had taken that way. Now let's go with the worst thing a man can do. The worst thing a man can do is say, I don't want to have anything to do with this kid, like Barack Obama's mother did.
Right, Charlize, calling me a pick-me. Why don't you go pick your hair out?
And what happened with Barack Obama? He grew up to be president of the United States, have Malia and Sasha, get married to Michelle, become a lawyer, all of that. So let me ask you, ladies, which one's worse? Being aborted or being abandoned? Come on, tell me, which one's worse? Being aborted or being abandoned? And you know,
being aborted or being abandoned. Being aborted, you don't have a chance at all. Being abandoned, I understand what he's saying, but to me, this is just me personally. Abortion is a sin. You're killing a life. But then there's a whole debate on, is it really a life? I'm not politically correct. I don't care. Get out your feelings. To me, it's murder. Now, you can think it's not murder. I don't care. But I'm entitled to my opinion.
Really being abandoned because the guy didn't want it. So you have an option that you could choose.
And first of all, it's not an it. If you, how many times do I tell you men this? If you don't want a kid, stop having sex with women and leaving dick, injecting and ejaculating in them. It's very simple.
Without him anyway, you could make a unilateral decision to decide that you wanted to kill a fetus, and everyone would cheer you on. So that man should be allowed to say, I'd like you.
Don't cheer me on. That's crazy. I am not Nancy Pelosi. I do not believe. That's why I took so long to get all this stimulus stuff approved, because Nancy Pelosi trying to put in all this other stuff for abortions and all this other bull crap. Sit your 80-year-old down somewhere. You're old as Methuselah. Probably went to school with Mansa Musa.
To kill this fetus, but if you're not, because I can't make you, I don't want to have anything to do with it. And they have that little law together now.
Happy birthday to my sister Melanie. Hold on, wait a minute.
States that you can say, I don't want to have anything to do with it. And they will grant you that. Except they still make you pay child support. So this is the number 9 reason why you will not be receiving child support. If you got knocked up by a man and he told you, I don't want this, and he's not your husband. Number 8. You don't know exactly who your child's father is.
Agreed. If you do not know who your child's father is, imagine if they let women. You know what? I wonder if they have let this happen. Women put multiple men on child support for one kid because they don't know who the father is. I wouldn't be surprised. I definitely wouldn't be surprised.
See, there's a lot of women out there who slept with so many men, and that's why this Maury Povich and all that exists. You slept with so many men that you bring in different men to get them tested. Now, wait a minute. You can say, you a deadbeat. You ain't praying for this kid. You ain't praying for 2-year-old Rontavius. And then they find out that Rontavius, or that Jamarcus is not the father of Rontavius. Jamarcus is running around the studio, and then 9 men later, she's back.
Ha!
Back in New York.
Us black people try on YouTube. Hold on, y'all. I'm taking my vitamins and stuff. We try not to say the N-word. We try not to.
Rule to test another one. This should not be allowed. You should get only one bite at the apple. If you don't know who your baby's dad is, that's on you. You should not be so nasty that within a few weeks you slept with several people.
That's a rule for me. I'm not sleeping with multiple men. I try not to even sleep with you unless we in a relationship. So, but I would definitely wouldn't sleep with multiple men in the same time frame because you don't know who your child's father is. Get the freak out of here with that bull crap. That is embarrassing. Y'all remember them episodes where there's multiple men and I don't know who the child's father. And then when it comes to 2-month-old, whatever, you are not the father, then the next man. You are not the father, then the next man. You are not the father, then the next man. Then she runs off the stage. And some of you men be nice and still go comfort the female backstage so she don't embarrass herself too much. Miss me with that bull crap. You didn't drug me through hell and back, and I'm about to go backstage because we on live TV. Man should be able to walk out and prove. Men should be able to walk out if they prove. Hold on. If anybody wants to join the panel and talk to me right now, here's the link. And no homo when I say here's the link. Let's see what he said. My homeboy's baby mama told him she wasn't sure who the father was before the baby was born. Appreciate the honesty, but dang. Appreciate the honesty that she gave him because most women lie. Again, I'm going to say this again. and I'm gonna continue to say this so men know this. When I was at the hospital, rest in peace to my granny, on one of her doctor's appointment little stuff she was doing, one of the male nurses told me, even though they clown men for being nurses, that he became a nurse and he's in like the paternity neonatal, whatever that is. And every time a baby is born, he takes the man aside and says, "Do not sign this birth certificate unless you are absolutely sure that you are the father of this child, because child support is determined by whose name is on this birth certificate, not necessarily by who's the actual father, as jacked up as that is. So do not sign this unless you trust her." He takes them aside. Okay. He takes them aside and tells them that while the mother is somewhere either doing skin to skin or breastfeeding. Say, bro, let me talk to you. It's a white man. Do you trust her? Is this your wife, or do you know for you know, you can get DNA tests while the baby's still in the womb, right? Hold on, what happened? Oh, it took that thing. Why did you put that in another tab? You doing too much. You can get a DNA test while that baby's still in that womb. So therefore, you don't even have to like literally bond with the baby if you find out that baby ain't yours. Like, I'm not even trying to be rude or nothing. But when a lady is, y'all better Google it. Y'all better Google it. I be trying to help men. I have 2 brothers and hella nephews. Women are trifling. Look, all I gotta say is Adam and Eve. It's a woman's fault. I'm trying to send you the link, but of course, it don't want to. Just hit the link in the chat. B Rodgers, hit the link right here if you can. Hit the link right here if you want to join the stream. Just hit the link. Cause I'm trying to send it. Oh, this pissing me off. Let me just go to Messenger. Hold on, I see some comments. As soon as I get this done, I'll reply to the comments. Okay, here it is. Boy, this pissing me. I swear I'm getting a MacBook. I can't stand PCs, bro. You got one job. I'm just trying to send this link to B Rodgers. Oh no, let's glitch up. Like I'm asking you to do a million things. Send a mother freaking link before I go off. Freak out of here. All right. Now, let me get back over here. Pissing me off. All right. I know somebody that's having sex with so many men. Also with my ex. And she aborted his child 3 times, and she talks about my lady parts. What? But she is pregnant now with somebody else. Oh, what's up, B Rodgers?
What's up, sis? I ain't talked to you in a minute.
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Just been working.
Okay, now, the name of my show is Only Broke Women Need Child Support. You've been tuned in, so what's your thoughts so far?
I think that I've been watching. I was actually talking to you in the comments. I think child support needs to be regulated on the man's side on a more reasonable level. And I was the one who sent you the message that said men should be able to walk away if women are proven to be dysfunctional and abusive. I sent you a clip the other day of this woman talking about how she dates felons on purpose so she can put fake charges. Now women have turned into predators. They use babies as weapons. Now typically I would agree with you 100%. If you get a woman pregnant, you should have to take care of that baby. Generally, I agree with that statement. But when this woman is putting your life in danger and bringing in nothing but drama, you should be able to walk away from that situation because essentially it's detrimental to your life. We all know the story of police gunning down innocent black men. And this is why. Because these women keep putting these fake cases and these fake charges and made to look like something that they not. So the cop don't see no problem shooting innocent black man. And it comes back to these type of scenarios with these women who are constantly attacking black men. They've turned it to the right hand of white supremacy. So if you can prove that this woman's only objective is to weaponize that baby, you should be able to walk away from this scenario because you're putting your life in danger by dealing with it.
Now, when you say walk away, are you saying walk away from your responsibilities?
Yes.
So you don't. So what happens to that child? You don't. Huh?
Oh, I can hear you now.
What are you? So you're saying that you're not supposed to financially take care of the child that you made?
I think you should be able to come to some kind of conclusion with the courts, but that hasn't worked in the past. Child support has continuously raped men in the past. So in this scenario, if this woman, if look at it, if your life is on the line, if every time I go into this situation, your life is on the line. So what is the smartest way to preserve your life? Leave that situation alone. I grew up gangbanging, and I witnessed a lot of death. I witnessed a lot of my family members and friends dying and go to prison. So the best move for me was to remove myself from that life and anything that's going to put my life in danger. So if this woman is using this baby to put my life in danger, I should be able to remove myself from that situation until the baby's old enough for me to safely engage with the baby. Or get the baby taken out of the woman's custody, which a lot of the time is impossible. So what do you do for the man?
It's not impossible, but it's very hard.
Huh?
I said it's not impossible, but it is very hard.
So what do you say to the man who's being abused and losing on every end? No matter what you do, I ain't shit. If I come over to see the baby, see, you have those women who, when the man does take the baby and he's moved on and he has a girlfriend and his girlfriend wants to help him with the baby, and then you got to deal with, I don't want that bitch around my baby. And she's trying to start drama because I moved on and I have a significant other. If you have a significant other, logically, they're going to want to help you with anything you're involved with, which includes your child, but they ain't got no problem bringing other men around this same baby. The whole situation is dysfunctional, and it needs to be a reasonable resolve. And if not just women, but in particular, if women are consistently weaponizing babies, men should be able to walk away from that situation. You got 3 and 4 baby daddies, you can't drama. I should be able to walk away from that situation. I can't take care of this baby with you constantly trying to put me in jail and fight me. And then I got to pay court costs. Then I have to, no, it's what is the future for that? How am I supposed to plan family vacations 5 years down the road in that type of environment? I would rather step outside of that environment, better myself as a man, so when the baby's grown enough to talk to me, and we can have a responsible dialogue, I can then step in if that's feasible. But at some point in time, you got to understand, black men, life is on the line at every angle. So how can, and a lot of times me stepping away from the baby and the baby mama is merely to preserve my life.
Let me say something. First of all, the man named First of all in the chat said, if a woman decides to have a child that the man doesn't want, then that man should have the right to walk away, particularly if the woman has a right to decide she wants to have the child regardless. Now, here's my response to that. You as a man, this is just my opinion, cannot say you don't want the child, but you decide to have sex with her raw. To me, you decided to have a kid if you did this. What are your thoughts, B. Rodgers?
I agree. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I grew up wild and in the streets, and you know, a lot of cases that I got, my time was shortened because I took responsibility for what I did. Now, if you running up in a woman raw, You may not like the outcomes that come, but you chose to do it. You may get an STD. You may get a chick. You might get a chick pregnant. That's just the reality of it. If you don't want to deal with that reality, then don't do it. Simple as that. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's different if you know you was raped, but anything outside of rape, you chose to go up in her, and not only did you choose to go up in her, you chose to not get a condom. I mean, shit, how much condoms cost? $3 or $4?
Not even.
You know what I'm saying? You can get one condom from some stores for like 50 cents or $1.
Yeah,
so you know,
that's what I mean.
Choosing to repeatedly have sex. And the other thing is, like I always talk about how dysfunctional we are. Why are you having sex with someone who you don't see a future with? Why are you having sex with someone who you clearly know you don't want to be the mother of your child? And I'm guilty of it too. I've had sex with pure thoughts out of just being a man. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't go up in them raw because I consciously knew I do not want this woman to be the mother of my child.
Mm-hmm. Now, this young lady, Lena, says that the spiritual whistleblower tells facts. What are your thoughts on what she just said? I'm assuming that's what she means.
Is on a self journey to find herself and the truth in her life. I think she done been hurt, and she don't want to take accountability for a lot of the hurt that she has caused on herself. What a lot of women do, so they project it on men. Just like the spiritual whistleblower was talking bad about Kevin Samuels, and my whole thing is when that one chick got arrested for scamming the women out their money. Okay, you have proof right here. She's been locked up for taking somebody's money and doing something other than what she said she was going to do with it. Kevin Samuels, there's no proof. There is no jail record of him being a rapist. There's no jail record of him being a child molester. There's no one saying he took my money and did something else. So, you know, you have a lot of these women who are scorned because of the relationships they've had with men in the past, and they project everything that went wrong on the man, which is not true. Because once you lay with somebody, they become your equal. So if that nigga ain't shit, guess what? You ain't shit too.
Ooh, y'all become one.
So that's just like when these women talking about they attract these narcissist men. It's because you're a narcissist. It's only 7% of the population that's narcissists. 7%. And bro, it's like 3% men, 4% women, something like that. But it's a very small part of the population that's actually narcissists. So if you as a woman are constantly attracting narcissist men, it's because you're a narcissist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did address Michaela Pink. First of all, yeah, she addressed her, but that doesn't. The simple fact that you just said only 7% of the population is narcissist further proves my point that most people overuse that word.
Yeah, it's like us talking about it's like us if we would go crazy talking about the bubonic plague and we need to get a vaccination of the bubonic plague. The bubonic plague hasn't been a problem since like 1907. Why would we go crazy about vaccinations for the bubonic plague? That's not even really a problem. So to harp on this narcissist issue at 7% of the population being narcissists is stupid, because that leaves 93% of people that aren't narcissists. Do you realize that means that with 50 states in America, do you realize how rare it is for you to walk up on somebody that is clinically a narcissist? Really, like it's very fucking rare that you really need a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why I was trying to explain that. I was trying to explain that all of us have some narcissistic traits and tendencies, but that doesn't mean we're a full-blown narcissist.
I mean, this is my thing. It is easier for you to talk bad about somebody else than it is to look at yourself. It's easy when you hear a lot of these people talk and they talk about the bad side to the relationship, you got to ask yourself, well, what did you do? I've seen in my life, you have these women who talk about these men and they say he ain't shit, he ain't this, he ain't that. And then, the man moves on to find another woman, and this woman is badgering him while he with this other woman, and she's telling this other woman he ain't shit, and the other woman's like, leave me alone, this is my man. What's going on is that woman gave that man the environment he needed to be a good man, and you didn't. He's a good man to her, but not to you. You see what? And a lot of women, they just want to know this man, because a lot of women just don't want to see you happy. Once you cross their path, they just don't want to see you happy. So they trying to contact your new girlfriend and tell them about all the bullshit that y'all went through and this and that, and you can see why he left. You over here bothering me and my new girlfriend. We broke up 2 months ago. That in itself says why relationships don't work out with you.
Now, hold on. Now, this young lady in the chat said that the spiritual whistleblower helped her heal, but I need to call my dad back. Check that message that I just sent you on Facebook. Let's get Michael Draper on here. Hold on. Get him on this sucker. All right. Because he is an expert on the child support. If you don't know nothing else. And I'm going to introduce you as my co-host, Mr. B. Rodgers. Dad, are you with us?
I'm with you.
All right. I want to let you know that a young man by the name of B. Rodgers will be joining us in this conversation, so you know.
Okay.
All right. Now, Dad, this is what I was going to tell you. Now, my mom told me about a week ago that as y'all know, I have two brothers. The one Nick I told you about, we share the same mother and father. This man on the phone, Michael Draper, and then my brother Chris has another father. Now she said that his father called her not too long ago and said that he got a letter in the mail stating that the attorney general wanted to charge him back child support for my 34-year-old brother from the time he was born until now, because they have no record that he ever paid my mom. But here's the thing. He paid my mom monthly every month. He came to the door. I remember that from the time I was born, from the time my brother Chris was born, or whenever they got a divorce, he paid my mom every month. He delivered it. And so, you know what my mom did? My mom sent the attorney general a note saying, no, this man paid me. He doesn't owe me money. And they canceled the debt. So here's my point for bringing this up. Dad, do you know that these trifling women of today would have said, oh, really? Even though he paid my mom cash every month for like 19 years, right? A trifling woman would have said, he never paid me, and he would be stuck paying. Do you know how much interest that is, Dad?
Not yet, but it's more now.
So, what are y'all thoughts on the fact that that's even possible? I'll let you go first, Dad, and then I'll let you go, B. Rodgers. Dad, what are your thoughts on that?
That she canceled it.
Your thoughts on the fact that women are able, a woman has the power to say, oh, he never paid me, and lie. That's like over $100,000.
Okay, here's the thing. They got the power anyway. They was born with the power. Okay? We don't have any power whatsoever when it comes down to a woman and her body. Even though it took two people to make the baby, men, you don't count. When that baby comes out, that's it. You're done. Whatever she say will be done.
And that's not fair, Dad, and you know that.
I know.
Now, B. Rodgers, what let me let B. Rodgers, what are your thoughts on the fact that a woman could lie and say, because there's no record for cash. What are your thoughts, B. Roger?
That's why I said men should have the option to walk away, because a lot of these guys who was put on child support was giving the baby mama money and was making the effort to try to be in the baby's life. But this woman is bitter and creating conflict on every end. So the guy walks away and you get hit with chumped up charges more so than not. And nobody's speaking out about that. These women are getting rich off of welfare. These ghetto baby mamas got calls talking about I'm an independent woman and you waiting on your check from the government, you waiting on child support, you waiting on food welfare assistance, you waiting on WIC assistance. Now the man gets is put in jail in a bad reputation. Like that's not fair on any side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you can thank your legal Democrats for that.
Dad, how you gonna blame Democrats?
Okay, you ready?
Okay, go on, tell me.
Democrats was the one that came up with this welfare system in the first place. Democrats was the one that said the man can't be in a house with a woman. Say she got a boyfriend, right? Or husband or ex-husband. Whichever the case may be. If she goes on welfare for anything, the man got to go. It's not to help y'all get back on y'all feet. It's to separate the black families, the white families, the brown families. Government is not here to help you. They're here to hurt you. You are and always will be a victim. You don't even have enough sense to get a driving license or know what a DMV is. And if you don't, Google it. The white people are saying that about us. You don't have enough sense to do the day-to-day stuff that they do. Now, I'm going to tell you, there is not a man on this planet that I can't do what they do. Okay? So if he's a scientist, I had the opportunity to go to school to be a scientist. I can be whatever I want to be. And I'm not letting no one tell me what I cannot do, cannot have. But when a white man look at a black man, he feels pity for you because you're not able to work a computer. You're not able to have Wi-Fi in your home. You're not. Cut the bullshit. Democrats are the one that keep you dependent on them daily. You are a victim.
We have a comment, Dad. It says, we have a comment. If you say something uncomfortably true about the Democratic Party, black people be ready to fight.
Why is that? Can you tell me one thing a Democrat has done for you that didn't cost you later? If they gave you, you get an unemployment check, and you make a certain amount of money on that unemployment check, you're going to pay taxes on that. Ain't nothing free. And I'm going to say about the $15 wage, I said it before, I'm going to say it again. If they're paying everybody $15 an hour on entry-level jobs, whatever they're making is going to be higher. If they're not higher, there's less people working there. Because they're going to cut it some way. They will make their money back. It's like, okay, now again, did I tell you, working at McDonald's, working at Jack in the Box, working for Arby's, wherever you want to work, it's great. But that job was not created for you to have a family with.
Unless you're a manager, Daddy. They always need managers.
Okay, you didn't let me finish. If you decide to get a career in it and do it that way, that's fine. But don't have a bunch of kids and a wife and you want a new car and all this nice stuff. That job wasn't designed for that. That job was to get you to the next step in your life so you can get a better job. But right now, it's to help you get an education, to go to school, to learn. And don't get a bunch of children that depend on you. You may love children, you may love your wife, but when the rubber hits the road, you're going to be standing there. I almost said it, but I ain't going to say it, Tiff. It's going to be nice. You're going to be standing there by yourself going to be paying child support to that woman. She's going to be going out of town. She's going to be treating that man with your money, and believe you me, she will. Because I ain't going to tell you something I don't know.
Hold on, let me get B. Rodgers' thoughts on that. What are your thoughts on a woman spending your child support on her current man? What are your thoughts, B. Rodgers?
I mean, he 100% right, and that's why I personally feel that after 2 kids, if you're not married, you shouldn't be able to put that on welfare. You shouldn't be able to put nobody on child support, because if you fail at something, why would you continue to do it? If you need help with 1 kid, why would you then have another one and then have another one? It doesn't make you
because they're being rewarded. They're being rewarded for it.
The government incentivizes women to have 1 kid after another, and you get paid for it. I got a daughter with 1 child. She gets more money. She gets like $7,000 a year in her taxes back. How the hell do you do that? Because she got 1 kid in a nice little job, in a nice little car. But the more kids she has, the more the government give her.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for your donation, Big E. Thank you for your donation, Big E. Yeah,
You brought back a memory. You brought back a memory from my first marriage. I was paying like Chris's father.
Yeah.
I was paying when I first got a divorce from her. When I first left, they didn't honor child support. So what I was doing is just giving her money every month anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she decided she wanted a divorce, and we got a divorce and stuff, they told me whatever I gave her, consider that a gift. Yep.
Chime in. B. Rodgers, what were you about to say?
I say, and this is the reason why when a lot what we talk about, why there's no respect for the black man in our community, because your incentive is it's sort of like slavery. Get the baby and kick him to the curb. You get more money from the government. So that's why there's no love for the typical black woman to the black man, and they love to talk down and they love to do this because you're cultured in an environment where you get more money from beating me. You get more money from taking my kids from me and putting the government in my life and leaving me and throwing me to the wolves. And that's why I always say black women have become the right hand of white supremacy.
They are. And back in the day, the woman would get a job before a man would.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
they would hire.
Hey Tiff, the other day I was Judas and the Black. I was watching Judas and the Black Messiah. Have you heard of that? It's a movie about Fred Hampton and the Black Panthers and how they had this black dude on the inside working to take down the Black Panthers. That was actually a sergeant of the Black Panthers. But in the movie, the guy gets in the car with him, and the first one who pulled the gun out on him was a sister and questioned this dude. And when I was looking at it, I was like, man, where are those type of women at today? You know, when they got in the car and wanted to, say he wanted to get down with the Black Panthers, the sister pulled out the gun and started questioning hers, and we have lost that. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Women always talk about we want men to protect us, men to protect us. The reason you're not getting protected is because you don't protect us. It got to go both ways. You protect me.
Man, my ex tried to stick her boyfriend on me. And then she goes, please tell me if this makes sense.
Not my mama. Not my mama.
Please tell me. This woman started cheating on me, and then she gets mad at me because I won't
And the sad part is this is story. This is common.
What you say, B. Rodgers?
I say the sad part is this is a common story. This isn't far-fetched. She didn't tell an outlandish story. Everybody knows someone where this has happened 7 or 8 times. So that's why I get so irritated when women start talking about high value men and these men that ain't shit, and you're completely overlooking demonic shit that women do. So with that tells me that you're on key with that. It's okay for women to do this demonic fucked up shit. I was talking to this chick, and she had a baby daddy that she was arguing with all the time, and I just got tired of them arguing. So I got on the phone with the dude, and I'm like, bro, listen, man, I'm messing with the girl now. I'm not here to fight with you. I'm just tired of y'all arguing. What can be done so that we can, because you messing up my time with her, man. What's going on? And the guy tells me, say, man, I just want to see my baby. So I put the phone down and I look at it and I say, well, shit, what the dude see his baby? And we worked it out. But after I got with her baby daddy, she gonna look at me and say, how you gonna be on my baby daddy side? I say, he a black man that want to see his kids. You want me to be against that?
Wow.
But this is normal.
Huh?
Now, what if I decided I won't fight for this ex-wife of mine and oh boy kill me? Where am I now? Dead.
Right.
Where are my kids? They don't have a daddy.
Right.
I'm not stupid. I'm like, no, honey, that's okay. I'm good. I ain't got no problem with him. You chose him over me. Good luck.
A lot of most violence is behind women because that's exactly what they do. They go with one gang member, it don't work out, so they go get another one and try to pit them against each other. And as a society, we try to act like we don't know this is happening.
I'm not gonna fall for that. Now I know that she didn't have my what word am I looking for? My better behalf for me.
Your best. She didn't have your best interest in hand.
There you go. Thank you. So I ain't got nothing to do with her no more. If you got my back, whatever it says, the wife that I'm with now, she and I discussed that, and she told me I got your back 100% as long as you got mine. See, this woman I got don't play. And Mike got no complaints to this. Not no late night creeping, not no telephones in secret, not no telephones locked up and shit. I can tell you all kinds of stuff. I'm behind that shit. It is gone. Thank God. It is gone. I just want a true woman. A true woman, and I finally got one. And I done been through hell and back. But I'm all right now. And another thing about that shit. How come a woman won't get with you and y'all build a life together, create y'all fortune together, and hang in there? And the first sign of trouble, the bitch jump out. What's up with that?
To drive by, if you got a Cadillac and the first dude in the BMW that drive by, that's gonna be her new man.
Yeah. No loyalty, no nothing. You supposed to, when you said I do and all that, or even before that, I'm testing my girlfriend the whole time we're dating. I'm looking, I'm watching, I'm taking notes. And if she don't pass the test, well, hell, she ain't with me. She ain't for me. And I know those secret phone calls and shit you be getting. You talking all low. It's no. Whatever you got to say, you can say it right here in the living room where I'm sitting down. You better not jump up and beat that goddamn room when that phone ring. Don't trust. If I can't trust you, I don't need you. I'm gonna tell it just like that. Because I work hard all day. And I did. You sure you don't want me to call in your name still? I was told to my face. She came to my house and she asked me, where's my check? I'm getting ready to go to Mexico.
He's not referring to my mama, not my mama.
No, Melanie's. You know my daughter Melanie, right?
Oh Lord.
Come to my apartment looking for her money so she can go. But guess what happened later on, though?
What happened, Dad?
She stole my income tax check. She beat me to it. Signed my name. She cashed it and took her boyfriend to Mexico. So I saw pictures and stuff later on about that, where they was all hugged up and shit. But then he started beating that ass. So you asked her, have I ever hit her? We've had arguments. We've had all kinds of stuff, but there wasn't no hitting shit going on unless she was doing the hit.
And that's not fair. B. Rodgers. Hold on, Daddy. B. Rodgers, chime in.
Okay, this is why I love Kevin Samuel's show. When them women call in and they tell you what they want, they basically say they want money. And this is how you get your ass whooped. Because you're not looking for the characteristics of a man. You're not looking for somebody who's hardworking and loving. You're not looking for somebody that's strong and have endurance. Everything that the typical woman wants from a man can be bought at the store. So when you ask for the universe for something, you will get that. If you want light skin with waves and Jordans and nice cars, you gonna get that. You didn't ask for no characteristics, so you might get your ass whooped. You might have to sell some ass because that was not in your requirement. Your only requirement was to have enough money. And when you submit to that, you submit to those outcomes. So a lot of times I don't feel bad when I hear about women getting beat because that's what you chose. You had a hard-working man who wasn't rich, but he busted his ass to make sure that you was safe, to make sure you was taken care of, to make sure that you was fed. 80% of black women are overweight, so you can't say these men not feeding you. But you left them for the BMW. And when you left them for the BMW, you got your ass whooped. That's what's supposed to happen.
There you go. I like him. Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it, Mr. Draper.
Broke up my home. But hey, they could at least stay together when they broke up my home. Yeah, they stay together. Shit. Just broke us up and they broke up. Motherfucker. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Don't make sense to me at all. But you know what's funny though? You know what's funny? When all the stuff, I'm gonna tell you something that happened, and then I'm gonna tell you what happened probably 15 years later. You ready?
All right.
When all this cheating and stuff was going on, yeah, hard-working man. I had a Corvette and a brand new IROC C28. Working over at White's Automotive. I'm doing my thing. I got money in the bank. I got a brand new car with 17 miles on it. I got me a old school Corvette. I got a condominium down in Florida. Put my hand on the Bible and swear that to you. I had it. This girl left me on a bald-head motherfucker living with his mama. But that's another subject. So here we go. I come home from work one day before this all hit the fan because I didn't know what was all going on. There's a dude sitting in my kitchen with a scale weighing some white shit.
Oh!
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Okay. I called the cops on his ass. And do you know what the cops said? He hid his shit. But you know what the cops said when they got there? This is her guess. He don't have to leave. So you heard what I said? This is her guess. He don't have to leave. Motherfucker, you are leaving. Because you're not going to disrespect me like that. Got his ass up and left. So shit hit the fan. It was all, nobody pulled out guns and started shooting and shit. Later on, I didn't even bother, dude. I stay away from him because I got a bug in my ear from my brother-in-law. Said that guy is dealing drugs for so-and-so, and then you don't want to have nothing to do with out of that. I'm like, okay, cool, man, okay. So I just hit the wind. I'm gone. I come home from work about 2 weeks later. I had no furniture in my house. Everything we bought together, everything was gone. I saw 2 tracks in my front yard with some big truckers up there. Took all my shit.
This is not my mother. This is not my mother. This is This is my sister's
Okay.
Melanie's mother. Sorry, Melanie, I love you. It's your birthday today.
Okay. Now check it out, Jill. Let's see, about I don't know, about 15 years later, I'm going down to I'm a truck driver and everything, so I'm going down to Concentra, and I got to get my DOT medical card and all that, right? Finally, get there, and I'm going down the road. You know how you stop at the red light, you just have to look over and see somebody?
Yeah.
And guess who it was?
Who?
The same guy. That guy. 15 years ago. He looked at me and just shook it. You know how you nod your head? I did the same thing, and I started laughing. All that shit we went through, and if we'd have clashed, neither one of us would have been here. Because I'd have made sure I got his ass. But what for? Why you making me fight this dude when you don't want me? Why should I fight for you?
Let me let B. Rodgers chime in on that. B. Rodgers, what is your thoughts on women who want men to fight over them even though they don't want that man? B. Rodgers.
I think women should be legally held more accountable for their actions. Black men of this generation was raised on zero tolerance, and it should be zero tolerance for women too. See, as a gang member, if I told somebody to do something and they did it and the police found out that I told somebody to do something, I would get that charge. Women should get that charge. If these dudes get in a fight behind you, you should get that assault charge. If somebody gets shot behind you, you should get that murder charge. And anything, if you file for child support, and this dude is not the father, and you have to get more than one DNA, you should go to jail for fraud. You should do federal time for that. If you're dealing with the government's money and you don't know, you should have one time to take a paternity test. That's it. After that one time, you ain't allowed to put nobody else on nothing because you're creating lives. We was raised on zero tolerance, so why should and it's for women equal rights, right? So we should have zero tolerance for they being too.
There you go. It makes sense. Damn. You know, as men, we get the death penalty a lot quicker than a woman would. You know that, right?
Oh, easy. Man, women will get I've seen women get 2 to 5 years on like murders, to where dudes get like 10 to 20 for done. Just for you.
That lady who shot Bolton Boone, she got 10 years. She got 10 years, Jill.
And you know what? She gonna be out, Daddy. She gonna be out in 5 years with good behavior.
You know it. What else you gonna do in there? You gotta be good. Shit.
Yeah, and let me put some more. Let me when a lot of these dudes catch you.
Go ahead, B. Rodgers.
When a lot of these guys catch these drug charges for selling in these neighborhoods and this and that, the fact of the matter is the queen pin be the baby mama. Nobody benefits more off the drug money than the baby mama. I've heard baby mamas tell men that they need to go sell dope. You need to go holler. I have seen where dudes say, I want to get out that life. I'm finna try to go straight and get me a job. And the baby mama leave. The baby mama mad because the man has chosen to live a legal life for his child. This stuff is not ever talked about. And that's what tripped me out is you have all these so-called woke women like Jada Pinkett. That picture, that clip I sent you the other day disgusted me. And it just tripped me out how all these women who are supposed to be for the community are not on top of this stuff. How are you not roasting this woman who went on YouTube and said that she put black men in jail for no reason because the relationship didn't work out? This is on YouTube. You can look this up right now. And it's a woman who is admitting that she put black men in jail because she didn't like how the relationship worked. But none of these women are saying nothing about it. It's another clip on World Star Hip Hop where this woman has her baby and 3 women jumped this woman while she had her baby. Now, before another woman says we don't want no Dusties, we're gonna need y'all to address that. I'm gonna need you to address that before you talking about you don't need no Dusties.
What's up, Dad? What's up, Dad?
I got arrested when I was working for the post office. I was a contractor for them. I'm driving a truck loaded with U.S. mail in it. I got pulled over and arrested for back child support. Oops, it wasn't back child support. It was current. And did anybody give a shit about it? Nope. No. My bad. Locked me up over the weekend. My bad. That's what I got, dude.
Did they, hey, Dad, did they give you money for the time that you were off work?
No. I had to hire, not hire, but get one of my guys, my drivers, to go ahead and deliver that mail because I was locked up. That made me look bad in front of the post office. And I was stopped by hiding my child support because they took it out every week. But nobody came to me and apologized. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. Anything we do, nothing. A weekend in a box.
That's crazy.
We have no rights.
What's up?
Hey, Tiff.
Yeah.
I was watching this, and the crazy thing be, when you try to better yourself and you find a woman that's better for you, they want to destroy that. I was watching this interview. I ain't gonna say his name. I don't know how YouTube work. I ain't gonna say the channel. But I was watching this interview. This dude was interviewing these 2 porn stars. One was black and one was white. And I would say, if you want to know why dudes date white women or Hispanic women, go watch that interview with them 2 porn stars. It's a black guy and I think the woman was white. And they was particularly talking about how sometimes, your man won't perform for whatever reason. And when they brought it up, the woman then said, well, if that's the issue, then I would see what I can do to make him more comfortable. I would try to accommodate him to see what he likes so that we can get the scene done. Now, they was just talking about making porn, but on a bigger level, that spoke volumes. It's not a race thing. When you meet a woman who sees that you're going through a hard time and she's willing to accommodate that because she sees you're going through a hard time, not for any other reason, how can you not fall in love with that? When you at work all day and your back hurting, and this ass bitch on the bus stop done called you a Dusty, but you get paid $20-some an hour, and that one woman look at you and say, you know what, babe, you been working hard. You look like you need a massage and your feet rubbed. How can you not want to be over her house?
I was over her house. She was a lady. She bought a car from this car lot I worked at. And she wanted it because I've been working on cars all my life. So she called me and asked me to come and look at her car. And she said, what's wrong with you? I said, my back hurt. She said, lay down. I'm going to help you. She was a white lady. I'm like, okay. I don't know that shit. But the only one other woman that would do that for me, that's all she would do. Because you couldn't trust her to do anything else. She's a liar.
Daddy. I know who you talking about. Not my mama.
No, why y'all keep saying I ain't got nothing bad to say about your mom?
Okay, the people don't know who you talking about.
Not so. Not so.
Nothing bad about your mama just because we talk about it. But women, I've been around a long time, man, and it's hard to find a good woman that got your back and got you. And when you work hard all day and you come home and all they do is on the phone, they don't even recognize you even home. That's fucked up.
And the sad part be,
don't forget about the one that get off of work.
Stop it, Daddy. Go ahead, B. Rodgers. Go ahead.
the sad part be, most of these women be poor. These women who be talking about they don't want no dusties, they dusty themselves, and they came from that same dusty ass community that they talking about they don't want the men from. But because they've been coddled and pampered as a woman, you don't have to do what I have to do to survive. So you just want to sit up and be prince, but like you bring no qualities to appease my life. I told you, my got to do nothing. If my girl want to get a job, they can. But my household is taken care of, and far as basic everyday life, everything is taken care of. It's cool if you don't want to work, but if you see I'm going through something, then help me. And women nowadays see a man needing help as weakness, and that's the reason why they get a functional relationship, because every person is going to need help at some point in time in a household. If you're doing what you need to do to maintain your household and maintain your life, some days you're gonna be stressed and you're gonna need your girl to be a porn star for you. Some days you're gonna need her to be a gourmet chef for you. Some days you're gonna need her to be a masseuse for you. And these women are so caught up on love and hip-hop, you don't display none of these qualities. And so when the man finds a woman with their qualities, they attack everything but the truth. Oh, you want to talk to her because she a white girl? No, I want to talk to the white girl because she's peaceful.
Say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
They when it all goes down and the man moves on and finds someone, the women find everything to attack except the truth. And they say, oh, you got with her because she's a white girl. And it's no, I didn't get with her because she's a white girl. I got with the white girl because she's peaceful and she brought value to my life. You brought death, pain, and destruction to my life. You put the police in my life. This white woman let me hide over her house when you called the police for no damn reason and put them in my. When you beat your something else that we don't talk about, women will attack themselves to put charges on men. All these women who calling men dust, how to address that. These women who will stab themselves, hit themselves in the eye, then turn around and call the police and say he beat me, because essentially the Pookies and Ray Rays is telling these women the same thing that Kevin Samuels is telling them. And they get mad at that, and they do whatever they can to put these guys in jail. They'll hit themselves in the eye. They'll stab. I've seen it. You can look at all this stuff on YouTube. I'm not making this up. But when we're talking about relationships in the Black community on the larger scale, none of this is ever brought up. And what that says to me is women approve of this type of abuse towards men. That's what that says. So if you approve of abusive behavior, that means at some point you're going to receive abusive behavior. I personally believe if a woman has been in more than 2 physical abusive relationships, then she's the abusive one. The typical man wants his wife pretty, happy, and half naked. I don't want to see my woman be.
I'm messing up, girl.
Say that again, B. Rodgers. The typical man wants what?
The typical man wants his woman pretty, happy, and half naked. Bottom line. That's what a typical male is going to want from his woman. I want you to be happy, half naked, and looking good for me. Nothing else really matters. I don't care where you work at. I don't care about your degree. I don't care about how many times you've been to college. As long as you're pretty, happy, and half naked when I come home. When I need somebody to lean on, I need you to be there. That's all that matters. If you can do that, I can do everything else. If you can do that for me, when I come home, I will buy you cars. I will buy you houses. I will take you on vacations to wherever you want to go. But don't nobody want to work. It's like everybody, but don't nobody want to do the hard hours. Everybody's at get the bag, get the bag, get the bag. Well, guess what? to get the bag, sometimes you got to work some 12-hour shifts. But don't nobody want to work them 12 hours.
What's up, Dad? Yes, listen, B. Rodgers. This man has just bought my stepmom Mercedes, all that $350,000 house.
How many Mercedes does she have?
She has two of them. almost a half.
And you know why? She takes care of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes the difference.
And you know what my daddy told me? My daddy tells me this all the time. My mama could have had the same thing if her attitude was right.
Same thing. Attitude make me stay out in my car and don't want to come in the house when I done work 12 hours that day, every day. I got to sit in my car, drink a beer, get what I don't care of, and then come in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to live like that.
And then when you sit in
hey, you remember that last girlfriend I had?
Mm-hmm.
The one that when the job ended and I was in the middle of getting a job, and she decided I need to go.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Dad, I guarantee you right now with this big old nice house you done just bought, she wished she had stuck by your side.
But she didn't. She didn't tell her you go through a little struggle. You're supposed to do it together. You're supposed to have my back. We can do this. We can make this. She chose to just throw my ass out.
Hey, yo, Tiff.
What's up, B. Rob? What's up?
And this be the part where a man cheat. When you sitting in that car, not wanting to go in the house because you know this woman is going to create a living hell for you. So you decide to spin the block and go to the store or go to the bar to get you a drink before you go in. Then that Spanish lady looks at you and says, you look like something is wrong. You want to talk about it? What's wrong with you? You look like a hard-working, handsome man. What's wrong with? And they give you everything that woman in your house not giving you. So that's why at one point in time, side chicks became a goal. Because side chicks, it ain't even the fact of you being a side chick, it's the fact that I have this woman I love that is creating hell for me. So I need something extra before I go in the house. I need to go something. I need to go drink something. I need to go ride around a little bit. Maybe she be sleepy by the time I get in, and that pit bull mentality be come down. And in your quest to kill time so you can come in the house, you meet this woman who caters to your needs. And a lot of times they be white and Hispanic. And is that me choosing a white woman? Is that me choosing? No. I chose the black woman. I married a black woman. She's creating this pain. She's creating this stress. And when I go drive around, if you hurt, you gonna go to the hospital, right? So if you hurt and you can't be that hospital for me, how you gonna get mad when the next woman sees me in pain and tends to my wounds? Because as men, they say you gotta be strong, you gotta do this, which is true. But at the same time, they're not addressing the pain that a lot of this abuse causes to men. This dysfunctional shit that women do to men. Do you realize? Think about this. Think about this. Whether you love whether you agree with the scenario or not, you and the woman you love have been going through it, but you still love her. You still trying to make it work. And you come home and everything gone. Can you imagine how that makes a man feel? I
went back to work. My boss said, send me home because I couldn't even work. I was a mess.
And that's what I'm saying. This stuff doesn't get addressed. The pain and the abuse, and then these women get on social media, and that's why you got a little dick anyway. And that's why I fuck your best friend. Do you realize the abuse and the pain that black women put men through? Can you imagine loving somebody, working hard for them, and working these long shifts to make sure she's taken care of? You didn't buy her the piece of jewelry that she wanted to. So she goes on Facebook and says she fucked your best friend. Can you imagine what that feels like?
Makes you want to hurt somebody. Ooh, hey. I literally, I just wanted to die. I just wanted to die in my first marriage, did it? Because it hurt that bad. I just wanted to die.
And that's what I'm saying. And as men, we just expect it just to be abused, to go through this pain, to go through this mental anguish, and just everything be okay. You a man. You a man. Can you imagine how it feel to be putting all your money into somebody that you really do love, and they steal your money? The money you was putting away for the family vacation, she stole your money and ran off with some light-skinned nigga. Can you imagine how that feel?
Yep.
So when these women, and like I said, when these women,
you can't say that to him, B. Rodgers. He light skinned.
Who?
My daddy light skinned. You can't say that to him. His feet look like a white man.
He just gave an example.
Light skin. I'm just saying, typical. You put all your time into trying to maintain the household, and it's not just play with your, whether it be light skin, it could be a woman. I'm just saying, no one looks at the pain that a man goes through.
No, they don't. They don't care.
That's my daddy on the screen. You see him, B. Rodgers?
Yeah.
This is my daddy right here. He cannot talk about the light skin. That's my daddy.
What picture are you using?
Well, you know, but like I said, that wasn't really your jab at light skin. That was just me.
I know.
It run off with some Derrick Jackson looking nigga. It doesn't matter. You know, but I'm saying the lack of accountability, the viciousness, the predatory nature, the natural predatory nature that black women have is just looked at as okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then they ask, well, how come these black men are so violent? Because they're being raised by their predatory mamas.
Mm-hmm.
Say that again. Because there's no fathers in the house, and these guys are violent. These guys are violent. They watch their mother being violent towards those guys, and other guys being violent towards them.
And look at what
bus cuts in front of my I just stayed in the car. When she started arguing, I can't deal with this.
Hey.
I'm not gonna fight bus today.
At one point in time, I was considered one of the most notorious gang members at like 14 years old. And I can remember when I was in the 3rd grade, my mom and dad had got into it. And I tried to run out of the house because I was trying to get away from it. And my mama picked me up to try to take me from my dad. And my dad grabbed the other side, and they are physically having a tug of war. My mama's pulling me one way, and my daddy's pulling me the other way. That's what created the most notorious violent gang member at one point in time. It had nothing to do with the neighborhood. It had everything to do with the hate that was going on in my household. The gang just gave me outlet to be violent. The first time I shot somebody, I was in the 3rd grade. That had nothing to do with gangs. That was just a reason for me to be violent. I already had the capability in me because of what my mama was doing to me.
Yep.
Big E talking about he don't claim You don't claim his kid's mom.
Can I ask you this question?
Mm-hmm.
How many women that you know of would honestly say that when me and my man is having a disagreement or maybe an argument or maybe just a conversation, that she would say, "You're right"?
Not many.
Not
many.
Listen to a man's idea. Listen to a man's side of the story, and actually say, "You know what? You're right about that." You know any?
Well, very few. I'm one of them.
Okay. So even if you're having a conversation with somebody, you might not even like that person. But if they're right, they're right. Now, would you just disagree because you don't like them?
Most women will do that. Most women will do that.
I've been three marriages. I've only been right in one of them.
And I'm gonna say the one that you're in now.
You were right. And don't forget now, we were married twice. So let's put that out there right quick. I married this woman again. Why? Well, we both changed. Because when we're together, we prosper. When we apart, we suffer. Severely suffer. We came back together. She went back to church. I started listening and understanding. I went to church. Next thing you know, let's get married again because everything was working good in our life. Everything seemed to come together for good. And that's why we married again. And we've been married so long, we like best friends, best buddies. She's my buddy.
20 some years.
Hey, yo, Tiff, let me say this too. A lot of these baby mamas are embarrassments to the men. That's why they leave you. When you have 3 and 4 baby daddies, that shit's embarrassing. A lot of women talking about that men with no felonies. You don't have that right when you got 3 baby daddies. That is embarrassing. You know, maybe one.
You know, when you got a mama that's got 3 kids and really don't know who the daddy is, or 1 kid that don't know who the daddy is, that help is nasty.
Yeah.
And how many of these women like that?
You know who the daddy is of your kid, you nasty. It is, right? I don't mind marrying a lady if she got 1 child, but if she got 3 and 4, hell no. I mean, I have no respect for your ass, and you don't have respect for yourself.
And that's like I was saying, that's embarrassing. So you got to look at why these man. Put yourself in the man point of view. If you messing with this chick who got different baby daddies, and you trying to take care of your baby, and you go over to the house to give your baby something, now all the other kids want something. How would you feel? How would you like realistically speaking? You pull up to go bring your child a gift for Christmas, and you see these snotty nosed little babies that ain't got nothing for kids because this woman was a thought, and you got 3 and 4 and 5 different baby daddies, and you got all these little kids over here with my baby. And I got to go over here and buy my baby a Christmas gift, and I'm looking at these sad looking ass little children. Nobody looks at that. How about the fact that when the men pray for the other kids, nobody talks about that part. Okay, so I had to take my baby out to eat, and whatever's going on with the baby, my baby daddy, but hell, she hungry too. So I got that baby some food too. These stories ain't never told. You go get
what's up?
I'm about to tell that story now.
Go ahead, Dad.
One of your sisters.
Go ahead.
You know one of your sisters has another sister and a brother, right?
Yep.
And you remember what house they lived with me and I took care of them? about her, never heard from her, never paid child support, never done anything. When I bought groceries, I bought it all. When I bought treats, I bought it all.
And this the thing.
I don't.
These predatory women use kids as a weapon, and that hurt when you got to break up with the kids because you know the mama foul. You can break up with the woman and still be in the kids, but these women are predatory and violent, and they will use it against you. So you got to cut the kid out, and that hurt worse more than cutting off the woman.
They've not done that. Hey, Jill, ask your brother Chris. Ask your brother Chris, but I heard that the damn is good.
If you're just tuning in on the phone, is my father, Michael Draper. That is him on the screen. And also we have my co-host, B. Rodgers. We are talking about how these other children feel when you have a child with a woman and she has other children. Do y'all feel like you need to take care of the other children as well? And we're going to wrap up this show within 5 minutes. I want my dad to say his last thoughts, and then I want B. Rodgers to say his last thoughts. Dad, what do you have to say for this conversation to wrap it up?
Well, I think women should choose their man carefully. Don't get an abusive relationship. Don't start having a bunch of kids with the guy. Get to know the guy. Get a relationship. Get something other than, in other words, have a hobby other than just having sex. Because it's just going to end one day. And what you going to have?
Yeah. B. Rodgers, what are your thoughts as we wrap it up?
What was the last what was the topic of the last thought you want me to put it on?
Basically about do you have sympathy for the other children? Do you buy the other children that are not your children gifts or food and all that?
Well, honestly, I would say you would do that in discretion. My honest opinion, I'm a nice guy. And at one point, yeah, I would. But when I see the reaction of black women talking bad about Pookie and Ray Ray and condemning us, at this point, I would say no, because they don't appreciate it.
Yeah. But do you let the kids suffer just because the mom is trifling?
Yes. You have to. Enough of us have lost their mind or in prison. It's enough women coming out publicly and saying they will lie on you and put you in jail. So yeah, because when I'm in jail, don't nobody suffer but me. So when you look at it, you saying okay, and a lot of so you want me to go try to buy these kids that's not my Christmas gifts for this woman to act a fool and still attempt to put me in jail? Who gonna be there for me? Who gonna be there for me when I lose my job because I was in jail behind your bullshit? So yeah, let the kids suffer.
Listen, like I said in the chat, I love my co-host, but he not about to take care of somebody else's kids. LOL. He not playing no games. Listen. This has been another episode of These Hoes Ain't Loyal. This is my co-host, B. Rodgers. This is my father. He had sex with my mom after he married her, and it created the beautiful thing that we call at Tiffany M. Draper. I love you, Dad. B. Rodgers, I'm going to be in your inbox soon. Daddy, I'm about to continue the conversation with you after I click live. Thank you so much, B. Rodgers.
All right. Peace.